you wish to do acting and you're wondering how to go about being in film or in the theatre, perhaps you don't have a lot of experience and you're starting out and you're considering doing acting workshops, you should never ever refer to my other videos on this. You should never ever pay to do acting workshops. They are purposeless and will get you nowhere. You're much better off getting involved, auditioning for, not much better off, do this. If your idea is to be in feature film, so if your goal is to be in feature films, or to make your own feature films, or to be in short films, start off in the theatre, walk the boards a couple of times. So do that to start with, really do that to start with. And even if you've already played the part in a couple of short films, walk the boards in the theatre for a season. Walk them for 2 seasons, just to say that you've done it. Now, how do you get there in the first place? Okay, so first of all, paying for acting workshops, it will get you nowhere fast. Refer to my other videos, but yeah, refer to my other videos. Should you pay for acting workshops? So, audition for a play. Find out which plays are happening around town. Find out which plays are happening, and look them up, locate them. Also, choose a play. Just look up a play. Just choose a play. Could be an Australian play, could be an American play, could be an English play. Choose one. In regard to auditions, in yesteryear, many years ago, I auditioned for a lot of plays, and did terrible. Didn't get past the audition process. Terrible at cold reading. I recommend, unless you're very charismatic, some people who can't cold read very well, you get up on stage, wherever the audition will be, they hand you a script, because if you haven't prepared, they'll hand you a script and you will be like, oh. Not everyone's good at cold reading. I cold read, I was terrible, never got the part. Now, what I do highly recommend, this is actually the way you should do it, and this is the way I would do it if I was going. I've got all my. See, I did do my 30 years ago. I wouldn't so much as get involved. Now, there's a chance that I might. I did my 30 years ago. I'm up to all my short films to do it, and my feature, get my agent, get work in movies, but choose a play, random play, read it, find out what's going on around town. If you're in Sydney, I'm in Sydney, if you're in Sydney, find out what's going on. If you're elsewhere, find out what's going on in local theatres and professional theatres. Find out. Get the play. Now, this is the part. This is no pun intended. Because you're thinking, how do you prepare, like, even for you do need to get past the audition process, which means you need to present some sort of charisma. They're looking for something, and you need to present some sort of charisma to them at the audition process, some sort of character, charisma, something that they will want to work with and see. This is what you do. Get the play. Now, I think what some people do is they open the play, get the play, and they start reading the lines straight away, like start trying to be in some sort of character. Don't do this. Don't do it. I'm sure that there's some people out there that can just pick up the play and start reading the character. They're probably I don't recommend this. Don't do it. I don't recommend it. Don't do it. Get the play. Get the play and read it. Just read the play through. Read the play through like it's a short story, like it's a novel. Because there's quite often, I think most novels read like a script. So your brain might go into automatic mode of you start to read the lines and trying to find some sort of character. Don't do this. Switch that part of your brain off. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help you at all. So, the play, just start reading it like a novel, like a story. Don't try to envision how or say the words in your head as the character. Don't do this. Read the play through, all the way through. Enjoy it. Get into it. Try to understand it. Read it all the way through. Not at any time try to say any of the lines in your head. Read it through as a novel. Once you've read it through as a novel, read it through again. Read it through again. All the way through again, and still not trying to say any of the lines as you might, as it might occur to you. Just read it through again. Once you've done that read, and if you really enjoyed the play, think what character do you want to play in it? Who stood out to you? Who stood out to you? Maybe there wasn't maybe there was like you could choose a character. Maybe there was 4 characters that stood out to you. Maybe 3 or 4 characters you thought, oh, I could play that part. I could play that part. I could do that. It doesn't have to be just one character that you identify with or find interesting. Think about, because you've read it through twice now, you understand the story. It's somehow captivated you, potentially, hopefully. You've read it through twice, you understand what's going on, you understand that you have an understanding of the characters, and in your head you probably developed a vision of them in your head, who they are, and even how they talk and move, and the different emotions within that story at different times. And you read through it twice. You could even read through it 3 times. You could read it 3 times, and you will identify one of the characters. You might identify with 3 of the other characters. You might identify with 4 of the characters. You might say, oh, I think they're all interesting. I could play any one of these people. And even if it's a person of the opposite sex, you could, if you feel like you identify with something, you found something really interesting, you don't have to stick to this one. You don't have to say, oh, well, that one. If you find them all interesting, and even if they're of a slightly different age, you should still keep that option open. Now, so you've read it through twice. 3rd time, you can start to read the lines out. You have a vision, and you don't have to go too deep with this, because if you've already got a feel for it, so you might envision what the character is wearing and how they talk. And if there's a movie adaptation, stay away from it. Stay away from any adaptations. They will interfere with your process. So if there's a movie, don't watch it. It could interfere with your process. You've got to make it your own. Start to read the lines out. What does the character wear? What are they wearing? Which the play would have been from a particular era, so in your head, in your mind, what did you envision this character wearing? How did they talk? How do they talk? Are they introverted or extroverted? Are they positive or negative? If in the play it says that they have accents, right? It says they have accents. As if they said that they have accents. Unless you're really good at accents, don't necessarily try to put the accent on it first. Don't focus on the character and start to read those lines out. Like, start to read the lines out and with your feel. The clothes, what's going on, what are the emotions between what are the reactions between the characters, what are the characters would be making each other feel a certain way. And having read through it twice, you'll now have a vision in your brain, in your head, that will suit it one way or another. So you start to read the lines out loud. You start to do that. And it could help enormously if you have a friend or family member or who would be willing to read the lines with you. Geez, they could even go and audition and you could both get a part, but what are they wearing? How do they speak? Start reading the lines out. Start reading through the scene. And do this a few times. Do this a few... I've thought of a very big point before. Oh, okay, so if at some point you've decided that you're not understanding what's going on in this play because it's from a different era and it follows particular politics, pick out the key things that you don't understand and go and research them. Look up some history. Start reading the chapter from the beginning. If you come across terms and things that you don't understand, Google it, research it, go to the local library, find a book on it, try to understand it. Try to understand it. If it gets to a point where you are like, then, look, if you're getting irritated by it, maybe choose another play, but look, try to understand it. Really try to understand it. If it was written in a different country, read some history about that. Go and research it. Read the history. Now, once you've done this, go to the audition and be yourself. Be lighthearted at the audition. Don't throw too much attitude. Actually, avoid throwing any attitude around at all. And if you're going to, make sure, attitude can go. It can go either way. Just turn up to the audition. Be polite to everyone. Be nice. Introduce yourself. Be yourself, and you can. You can be hello there, hello. You be nice to them, be good to them. The people who and also, like, I've been to auditions in the past where there's a panel of people and they all turn around and they say, "Hi, how are you tonight?" I was thrown off by that completely. I don't think I'd be thrown off by that now. I think I was terrified of an audience back then, and I didn't even know I'd done shopfront theatre. Shopfront theatre for young people used to be at Carlton. The building is still there. I don't know what they do there now. I did shop fronts in 91, 92. I did 3 seasons there. And so, do this. Now, when you're at... I met all the wrong people. But I was very immature though too. When I was auditioning for plays in the 90s, I was very immature and I met all the wrong people who were just... Some of them wanted to give me half a chance. When you're auditioning, so you read it through twice, and then you started to read through it, and you read through it, you read through it out loud twice. And when you're reading through it out loud, you read through everyone else's lines, read through their lines, and you could even read it out plainly at first. It's not a competition to find the character straight up. Read through twice first as a novel. Third time is read out loud. Fourth time is read out loud. Perhaps on the fourth time you might start putting flavour to it, character flavour to it, because you have a really good idea in your head. You'll know what's going on in this play. You'll have envisioned. You'll like, I want to play that character. I want to play that character. And what to wear. What tone they're using, what temperament they are, what sort of person they are, and start to have fun with it. And when you go to the audition, if you're nervous, that's fine. Nervous energy is good energy. It's good. And you get up in front of the people, you get up in front of them, and you will probably be auditioning as someone that you don't know from a bar of soap. This can be, it's a toss of the coin. They will be trying to help you because they're looking for someone. And so usually audition participants, they're giving them a great benefit of the doubt. What's this person got? What are they going to, oh, who are you? Like, oh, who are you? A reasonable amount of confidence. A reasonable amount of competence is desirable. And do that. And look, if you've done 4 reads, right, before you even get the audition, turn up the audition in the clothes. If you're auditioning for a few roles, perhaps take that wardrobe with you and advise them, say, there's a few parts I'm interested in, there's a few parts that I'm attracted to in this. I don't see any reason why they'll be like, oh, okay. There's women who played guys' roles in plays because the director has been, yes, oh, you're suitable, we can do this, sure we can do that. And there's guys who played women's roles, and they will want to give you the benefit of the doubt. And if it's a panel of people, try not to put off by that. It's very easy for me to say, but you'll get down and you'll have a bit of somewhat of nervous energy. Know it, just know it. You've read through it 4 or 5 times at least by the time you get there. I think the best way to not get a play or to not get a part, or most common way, is to turn up. Nothing if you just turn up, which I used to do this. That's why I didn't get anything. Turn up. I was immature, didn't have a lot of life experience. And all my auditions that I turned up to, I didn't have a clue about what the play was about. And they said, have you read the play? No, all right, here you go, here's the script. And I was like, oh. I was never successful for any auditions I had. So when you get there, you say, oh yes, well I'm interested in these parts, and they will want to. You don't know them, they don't know you. Be familiar with the material, and they will, be like, who's this guy? Who's this person? Who's this person? That's, how they, they will want it to work. And, 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 they will want it to work. Yes, they will. Just don't turn up unprepared, because that will not work unless you're some kind of brilliant. Give me a script and cold read. I can improvise. I can definitely improvise. I'm terrible at cold reads. Horrible, terrible at them. And if you're prepared, they'll be impressed by that. They'll like that. Because it shows interest, shows you're interested, shows you've done some research. Plays, depending on which era it's from. And research this. Research the areas of the play that you're unfamiliar with, and there's some areas of the play that one of the characters has, the elements of the play some of them might require further research on your part as an area of interest to understand the character and the story better. That's what you should do. It wouldn't be that difficult to get involved. Do your research, read the play, know the play, turn up prepared. You don't have to be perfect or not, but turn up prepared. And they will be like, oh, we'll kind of want you to be in it. If you somehow don't get the part, it's not you. People have different perspectives. They have different perspectives. They might like you, but maybe they just don't think you're a good fit for that play. It doesn't mean you're not a good fit for that play. It just means there's something about them that didn't click with you. There's not much you can do about it, and you move on. Get into a play. Have fun putting it together. I walked the boards. I did a play, and then I didn't go back to film. I was just saying, I walked the boards. I walked the boards. And being in the theatre is very different to film, and it'll probably help you. Probably give you a bit of discipline, and then you jump back into film. Don't pay for acting workshops. Never, ever, ever pay for acting workshops. Do get involved in the play, put the play together. Okay.